Hey everybody, my name is Jody and I am the District Sales Manager with Avon District 381, and that area includes the Etobicoke, Rexdale, and parts of Mississauga areas. And what I'm doing is I'm going to do a series called Knowledge is Power. I'm doing it because I want my district specifically to have the same consistent training and the same consistent message across the board. We have a ton of amazing tools right now, and there is so much out there that you can learn. I'm just going to bring it all in a little bit and structure it a little bit for you. There's going to be some self-learners who want to go out there and rock the business world and learn on their own pace, and that's totally cool too. I'm also going to show you a visual way to find this information, physically show you some stuff on my screen, but then also show you with the success guide where you can process that information as well and where you can find the answers. Like I said, I think you're either visual or you want to read and learn and absorb. Both are awesome. It just depends on the way your brain works. So I'm giving you both options right now so that everyone has the same message and everybody is consistent in their training, okay? I've created a series of 6 checklists. I have sent that already to the district. I will continue to send it out and do training on it. These are my own personal beliefs and from my own personal experience as a representative of things that I think that you need to know within your first 6 campaigns of becoming a representative. These are basic fundamental things that you should know as a representative. Now, I'm not going to go through everything because your leader or your manager should go through it with you, but I am going to point out where you can find the answers, and I am going to point out some things that I feel are super duper important, okay? Everything is a work in progress. Would love your feedback on this. If you need the checklists, let me know, because this came across because I thought, you know what woman alive out there doesn't have a to-do list? And so I thought, I'm going to do a to-do list for Avon, and I'm going to show you where you can get the information because, you know, like I said, knowledge is power. That's the purpose of this. And I think the more knowledge we have, the more equipped we are to make the best decisions for our business. Whether it's a hobby or career, whether you've been with us for a day or 40 years, I think that you will get something out of all of these trainings. So this is number 1. Here we go. Here is the checklist. I'm going to show it to you. This is the very first one. That's not it. Let me pull up my checklist. And we love technology. Here we go. Here's the checklist. Okay. Love live videos. Here we go. Here's the checklist. These are the fundamental things that I think that you need to know when you very first meet with someone. You want to go through the appointment book. You want to know how to build a business list, how to set your profile up in buildings, how to introduce yourself to your neighbors, how to use Avon Spark, and you need to know about our Facebook page. So, very first thing that you're going to see, and I'm sure you've seen it before, is the appointment guide. And what the appointment guide is this. Okay, I'm not going to go through everything on this because you've probably already done this with your leader or your manager. But the main pieces that I'm going to pull out, okay, is the quiz here. It's important that you know what your goals are, and it's important that your leader or manager knows what your goals are. Also know that if you're a beauty enthusiast today, that doesn't mean you can't be a beauty entrepreneur down the road. These are all options available to you, okay? But this specific page helps us to understand what your goals are, how much time you have to spend with your business, and to make the most out of that time. Down here, okay, is going to be your shopping list. This is showing that we have something for everybody, that we're on all social media platforms, but the one specifically that I want you to pay attention to is Avon Spark. That's the most important. This here is your shopping list, okay? And what's important to this is, as a woman, once you go through this list, you're gonna see how easy it is to be spending $100 a month at least on beauty products. And the great thing is, as a new representative, when you spend $100 within your own Avon store, you then get to put $25 back into your family budget because you're getting that discount. You keep the discount, okay? Again, I don't want to go over this in full detail because I know that you've already done this, but the main piece that I wanted to show, especially with the shopping list, is we have this really great success guide, okay? And this is what it looks like right now. And you can go through the success guide, and in every piece, there has different modules as you go along. And in each of these modules, you will learn something new. So for example, module number 1 starts talking about your why. But what I wanted to show you here, let me just pull up my Avon account. What I wanted to show you here was that within your own avon.ca, so when you log in and register, you're going to go to Info Center, My Training. You will find the full success guide here. That's the entire piece, okay? But we've gone the extra step further, and right here, under training modules, we've pulled out all of those modules for you. So you can literally go through each one and you can highlight them. But my point is, when we were just talking about the shopping guide, look, when you go to module 5, look guys, right here, we have a whole module on your shopping list for you. So again, if you're a self-motivator, self-learner, you can go through these and pull it out yourself, okay? So that's where that is. Now, as we continue to go down, this talks about, you know, where's the money? How can you make the money? Your leader is going to go through all of that with you. Okay, I'm going to touch on in one of the later series about the Go for Gold and the My Business tab. Okay, but this is all stuff that you need to be talking about. But out of this one here, this is the most important page, is your business list. And I'm actually going to bring you back here because it's that important to me. When you are working with a business list, okay, I've called it a couple things. I've called it a customer list. I've called it a business list. I'm not really sure what to specifically call it, because the thing is it's a list of everybody you can give a book or an ebook to, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean someone who is ordering from you yet or is going to order from you or whatever. It's just a list of everybody you can give a book to, and I want you to do it freely. I want you to, actually, hang on, let me pull this up for you. Okay, let me share again. What I would encourage you to do is to set the list up like this, and there's a reason behind it. The name, email, phone, address, okay? And what social media platform, you could do it that way as well, because I'll get into it later why you want to do this, but just follow along right now. So I would do this list, and I would write down everybody you can possibly think of and how is it that you're able to communicate with them. Those are two important pieces, okay? So create something like this. And then what you're going to do is everybody on that list, you're going to keep track of who did you give your first campaign to, because this is the list that you're going to consistently give a book or ebook to, whether they order from you or not, okay? And I'm going to get into that in the next series. The only thing I want you to do right now, today, is make a list and get the ebook or the e-brochure in their hands. That's it. But you need a list, okay? If you do not have a list, you do not have a business. And do not keep your list up here. You need to get it on paper. That's where your value is. That's where your business is. That's where you need to see growth, okay? Because that is the list that you're always going to be growing, refreshing, nurturing, changing. That is your business. You guys kind of feel the importance here? Okay, so next piece on the checklist. So that's how to make a business list. And you're gonna put anybody on there. I'm talking doctors, I'm talking Tim Hortons cashier who has purple hair. If you do not know her name, still write it down. Your doctors, your dentist, all the moms at the school, all the single ladies at yoga, I don't know. Just make a list. Don't think of anything else, but who can I give this book to, okay? So let me find what's next on the list. How to set up your profile in Buildings. So what's important here, let me just go to my profile. So under your profile, you're going to have a personal contact information. You're going to scroll down to where your address is. And what's important about this is that you need to be as clear as possible for your delivery guys. Okay, now there have been cases where I have, yes, put in phone numbers. Let me share now so you can see the screen. Okay, so what you want to do is you don't want to put a phone number in your address section, because even if your buzzer code does not work, your delivery guy is not going to call everybody across the board. So phone numbers are not the best way to get the driver to leave your information, your package. Okay. What is important though is under here where it says home address. If you need to ensure, especially if you're in a building, that your buzz code and your apartment number is listed. Okay, you can do it in tons of different ways. You can either put in the address here, 123 Main Street. Okay, you can do buzz 12, apartment 134. Okay, you could do it like that. You could add and put in 123 Main Street and put your buzz and apartment number on the second line. Okay, the other piece is down here with the special delivery instructions. Again, you could put your buzz code or your apartment down there as well. You can put it as many places as possible so your driver reads it and understands what you want them to do. Now, the other piece is, say you wanted it on the back porch. You could say, please leave on back porch, right? You could say, please leave in garage here. You want the same thing, but you get the idea, okay? The point is, you have to make sure it's on there, because if you don't have please leave on the back porch, how is your driver supposed to know what the back porch is? If you don't have on your label buzz code 123, he's not going to know it. So this is up to you guys to make sure your profile and your address information is as clear and as accurate and as complete as possible, okay? That's one of the pieces. Okay, how to introduce yourself to neighbors. I am going to unshare and then get it set up again. Technology. Okay, there. Hi. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to introduce yourself to neighbors. And I'm going to find this and pull it up so that you guys can look at it. There is a saying that I share. And that saying is, there are a million fish in the sea, but I'm a mermaid. You guys all know this. I say it 1,000 times. I call you guys my mermaids. This is the reason why. You want to stand out in the crowd. You want to be a little bit above all that noise. The whole world is saying, join my team, buy my product, which is great. I want you to say that, but you need to say, you know, join my team, buy my product, and hey, how's your day going? Or something to that effect, because you want to stand out a little bit from everybody else. And this is one of the ways that I'm going to do it as well, because here's another thought. When you think of Jody from Avon, well, who cares? Nobody cares who Jody from Avon is. But when I say to you, hey, my name is Jody, I'm with Avon, I also happen to be your neighbor, just check in with my neighbors to see if you would like a free book from me. It's a different feeling. It's a different sense. I now care because you're my neighbor. Okay, so playing on that, I'm going to share this. I'm actually going to take Charlene's information out though. So for example, I would do something like this, and I would say, you know, hey, I'm your neighbor. And that's another phone number. Cool, okay. I didn't want to share her personal info, so hang on. So what I'm doing here is I would do something like this. And I'm just doing this so I don't share her info. So something like this. So I would set up, and I've got these, okay? Let me share this with you. Sorry, guys. Okay, now I'm ready. Here we go. So I'm going to show this to you. So this is something that I've done. I've got a huge template of this, and there's 9 up on a sheet. But it's simply a square that I would cut out and I would staple on the front of a book. And the reason I did that is because if I have a book with something stapled on it versus a book with somebody else with nothing on it, human nature is going to be that you're going to read it with something stapled on it. And I would introduce myself. If it's your very first campaign, I would say, hey, my orders are due here. I'm going to deliver it the week of, never commit to a day, because delivery issues happen. It's part of business, okay? And you want to set it up that way. But that's how you can introduce yourself to neighbors. You can do the same thing time and again. I always had something stapled to my books. Okay, so that takes care of that piece. Next piece we have is how to use Avon Spark. So on our Facebook group, and I also have a video on how to use Avon Spark, Okay, what it is it's a free download on your phone. It looks like this. When you click it, okay, it's going to ask you the same login information as your avon.ca. You want to download this and you want to play with it. I will send you a training if you want to see that. Ask me for it. Otherwise, here's another great thing on our own Avon pages. Okay, you will find this information as well. And it's all under training. So get to know your Avon page. So under here, under my training, okay, there is an entire section or not. Oh my gosh, too funny. I knew I saw it. There it is. Sorry, my bad. Under Info Center, there's an entire page. Look, it's not even a module. It's that important. You will see Spark app, and you go here and you have everything you need to know about Spark. It's going to show you everything you want to get on Avon Spark. Okay, I will do a separate training on that. Or your leader or manager should have shown you at time of setup, but you can also find it on our Facebook page. Okay, so there you go. Those are the main things. Oh, our Facebook group. So if you are part of Avon District 381, or your leader is a part of Avon District 381, you are more than welcome to join our Facebook group. All you need to do is do a search of Avon District 381 and request to join. It will ask you a series of questions so that I know who you are, and I'll be able to approve you into the group. Okay, first meeting, go through the appointment book, make your business list. That is the most important thing that you can do yourself a favor, get it on paper, okay? Most important thing. Business list of anyone you can give a book to. It's not if they're buying or ordering, if they're your best friend or not. Who can you give a book to or an e-brochure to? Remember, you can sell across Canada, okay? Set up your profile. Make sure your deliveries are rock solid and they know where to send it and what the buzz code is and all that good stuff. Introduce yourself to your neighbors. You're only going to be able to build your business so far on your friends and family, which is great. Those are the people you want to absolutely share first. Those are your cheerleaders. But then at some point, you're going to want to talk to your neighbors. So I fully encourage you to introduce yourself to your neighbors. Okay? How to use Avon Spark? Get it downloaded today. Same login as avon.ca. And if it says your account doesn't exist, it's because when you typed in the email and the memory popped up and you clicked the email, don't do that. Type out the email completely and then it will let you in. And then our Facebook group, Avon District 381. That is it, okay? You know where the success guide is. This is training number 1. I will be back again to do another one. Thanks, bye guys.